hello to all my wonderful Aries. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading on today. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day on today, Aries, but then again, I know you are because that's the intention you set. Yes, Aries, let's get right into your reading. We are 6 days away from another new moon. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? So thank you for all of you all who have been sending me your testimonies of things going exceptionally well for you. Kudos to each and every one of you who have now started to understand how all these different moon cycles work and how you can use it to your advantage. Yes, that's the whole purpose of sharing all this information with you, is to help you to raise your frequency until you are to your highest self and you have completely declutter your lower self, right? And I'll talk a little bit about that in just a second. Plus, we're going to be talking about 1111. So I talked about 11 before, but never 1111. So we're going to talk about that too. Let's go. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my wonderful Aries as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions, and spirituality, and where they take action, where they need to take action. I am talking to my strong leaders who also have amazing self-confidence, who is positive energy. You are positive energy. Also who are brave, creative, honest, passionate, optimistic, enthusiastic, confident, determined, courageous. Yes, Rams. Yes, your ruling planet is Mars. Let's see what the cards have to say. Oh, money, travel. Very nice, Aries. Very, very nice. So this is what I'm really, really loving about a lot of the information that a lot of you all have been sending me, is the fact that you all are starting to really tap into the love frequency within yourselves. It's not that you're looking for love outside of yourself. You're really tapping in, like going in, right? In complete and total harmony with yourself. This is really first and foremost about self-love, duality, right? Your divine masculine to your divine feminine. You all are givers by default, but you're learning how to also be receivers, right? Sometimes you can get so comfortable with giving that you can't even receive a compliment. Somebody walks past you and say, "Oh, you look really nice today. Did you do something different?" You're like, what are they talking about? Because you're so used to giving compliments, and you receive compliments and help so seldom that if it almost feels odd. Like, does this person have an ulterior motive? You all are learning now to start receiving. Like, you're starting to not look at people as if they have a motive because they want to do something for you, because you all are so used to giving, right? So yes. And I see you being victorious at that. Boom. Yes. I see you also focusing on self. Now, here's the thing about death, rebirth, which is what I love, because people look at death as being something finite. But when you think about death, you think of the end, right? It's really the end of a cycle. And it's the beginning of a new cycle where you're really starting to flourish. So this right here lets me know that a lot of you all are focused on self right now, right? And so if there have been people in your life, your past, who have called you selfish, or, you know, you're all about whatever, let's just say selfish. And you know, Aries, that you've been patient with them, you've been kind with them, you would have been willing to give them your last dime or dollar, you would have given them the shirt off your back. Those people, you have no problem, and you are unapologetic about cutting them off, letting that relationship die. Because listen, now that you cut that thing off, you are now welcoming what the universe is sending you, giving you an opportunity to flourish, rebirth, right? And so when you think about death, rebirth, this is where you're going to say to yourself, I allow myself to let go of the past in order to add energy to the new beginning, right? Look how much energy the past was just eating up, right? But now you're using that same energy that you were giving in your past to fuel moving forward. Doesn't it feel great, Aries? I know it has to. It really, really has to. So you're not worried about people calling you selfish. You know you're not selfish. And usually it's the ones that you finally said no to. Now all of a sudden you're selfish, and they want to remind you. We're not even wasting any energy on them. Anyway, so right now you're focusing on things that's nostalgic to you, things that put a smile on your face. If you have kids, you're focusing on your kids, the innocence of your kids. If you don't have kids, you're focusing on your childhood innocence. Like, what is it that put a smile on your face? Even if it doesn't matter how traumatic your childhood could have been, there was at least one thing in your childhood that you think back on and you kind of smile. Even if it was like the scent of cookies, like baking when you were a child. Even if it was someone said something kind to you, or every now and then you were taken to the park and you saw pretty flowers. Something made you smile. And this is where your focus is right now. Kind of sort of getting back to that place of just really, really loving you, like really nurturing the little girl and the little boy in you, right? So a lot of you all have been through the fire in some relationships, and guess what? You walked away from it unapologetically. You're like, no, I'm getting my emotions intact. Never again am I going to be vibrating low because of people who want to continue to call me selfish, right? This is, again, death, rebirth. We have the power as creators. Creators are gods. We have the power as gods of our own universe to create a new world. You ever see people, a perfect example is now. You see a lot of people operating in fear. They're not operating by faith. They're operating in fear. And with this fear, a lot of things are bred from fear, like, doubt, anger, frustration, violence, anxiousness, anything you can think of that's the opposite of faith, right? So you all are operating in faith. And look, you're creating space for faith. And guess what? It's also affecting your money, right? In a good way. I see a lot of you all traveling overseas. Yep. I see you all getting in a plane or a boat, or even, however, you're getting across a large body of water, right? You're traveling because you're being more conservative with your time, your money, and your energy. Let's talk about the number 1111 for just a second, because 1111 is so powerful. When you see 1111, it means that light is illuminating on issues in your life. It's shining light in darkness. It's enlightening you with inspiration, right? When you see 1111, sometimes you see it on a receipt. Sometimes you see it on your clock in your house, digital or analog, whatever. You see it on your computer. But nevertheless, when you see it, it's really, like I said, enlightening you with inspiration. So in order for you to walk through the pillars of 1111, you must leave behind everything. You must leave behind preconceived ideas. You must leave behind beliefs, suppositions, expectations, worries, fears, the past, and what you're going to embrace moving forward after you've left all of that other stuff behind is only what is constant. Eternal life and timelessness, right? You're not putting a time frame on anything. You're like, I put it out in the universe. If it happens for me tomorrow, great, I'm accepting it. I'm not even going to question it. Oh my God, I just put out in the universe that I'm ready to be in a nice, happy, healthy relationship. Boom, I just put out in the universe that I want a new soul tribe. And then boom, it happens. Some of you all have already been talking to your new soul tribe members and don't even realize it. You had to raise your frequency to get to them, right? Some of you all have already met, your spirit has already met your new person. That's if that's what you're interested in. Some people are not interested in a romantic relationship. Some people are just really content with being at peace with themselves. Really, not everybody's not looking to get married. Not everybody's, interested in raising a family. Not everybody's interested in that. So, but whatever it is, whatever seeds that you planted in the last moon phase, you're starting to see some things come to fruition, and you're starting to believe in all of this, right? You're not like, oh, that's hogwash. No, you're starting to see, wow, hold on. I'm on to something here. I do realize when I sacrifice this big thing and I remove this big thing, it could have been a romantic relationship. It could have been a friendship. It could have been work relationships. Look at all that the universe released to me. OMG. But I had to be willing to let go of that stuff completely and unapologetically. I didn't sit with it. I didn't overthink it. I didn't speak ill of that person or that place or that thing. I just moved on. Yes. So let's see what else the cards have to say. Yes. So a lot of people have been seeing 1111, which is great. Your energy has now calmed, like really, really smoothed out. Look at this, financial independence. This is all that the universe is releasing to you as a result of you letting go of things that you have been giving so much time, energy, and attention to for so long, Aries. The universe is like, you know what? I'm getting ready to bless you real good. You about to see more money you've ever seen in your entire life. And you talking about new soul tribe. In that soul tribe, if you're interested in dating one of those people in your soul tribe, boom, they right there. right? That's if you're interested. You've been investing in yourself. Some of you all have been, you have shed the tears. You all have cried out to God and the universe and said, listen, something needs to change. Like something has got to change. I don't feel good in these friendships. I don't feel good in this relationship. I don't feel good in this job. Right? All under the relationship umbrella. And you're getting ready to see it in your money, right? And so this is where you were in your old world, your old life, right? You didn't trust anything. You didn't trust anybody because you had been bitten by snakes in the past. But in your new world that you created, you're open to love. You're open to welcoming new soul tribes. You're welcoming to new working relationships with people. And it's because you've wiped the slate clean and now you're open to receiving because guess what? There are people just like you, Aries, who have wiped the slate clean in their lives too. They want to welcome in, new people. So they're not coming with the ulterior motives. They're not coming being sneaky and sly and trying to get over on you. But guess what? Give yourself kudos, Aries, because it's all you. You did the work. You, right? You sat down somewhere, you meditated, you got to your crown chakra, you said, okay, I can't be the last good person on this planet. And that's true, you're not, right? There are other people out here that's on your same frequency. They're just as kind-hearted as you are. They've been through just as much trauma as you have. They're not trying to hurt you. They have no ulterior motives. They're not working for the opposition. They're just like, listen, I'm sick. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired too of not trusting people. I too have been bitten by snakes, but they had to sit down and they had to go to their higher self. They had to also cut out all of that distrust. They had to cut out everything from their past. Like I said, 11:11, they had to walk through that gateway, right? You learn how to balance out your energy. So look, whereas before there may have been people in your past that may have said, oh, you're selfish, all you do is seek attention, you got all these outbursts of anger, you don't seem like you're patient, you're impulsive, you're this and that and so on and so forth. Your new soul tribe are meeting you in your new world, right?